Welcome in and thanks for joining today Clarkio. Welcome in and thanks for joining today Stream Elements. Welcome in and thanks for joining today Rugmat. Welcome in and thanks for joining today SMC_May_I. The ad is starting now and will go for 180 seconds. Welcome in and thanks for joining today SMC Mai. Welcome in and thanks for joining today Freikberg.
Freikberg. Ooh, what's that emote? Hi. Hi, May, Freikberg, Rugmat. All my early bird special folks. Thank you for being here early. Keeping me company. All right, let's get right into it, huh? What do you say? What do you say? Boom, 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 boom. Oh, look at that. It says station at the bottom right. I just noticed that. For Pretzel Rocks. Very nice. You ready, chat? Here we go. Here we go now.
Thanks for joining today, Bio.
Claps in chat. Claps in chat. Oh. Matrix claps. Awkward stares. Tickle, 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 tickle. Imagine if somebody actually danced like this. You get a concussion, man. At my age? Oh, jeez. Do the shimmy, 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 shimmy. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. That looks so weird. Is this Crazy Eyes?
Rugmat wants you to stare into their soul.
Already am. Doing it now. Get what you hate her, Rugmat. Here you go, Rugmat. Just relax. Nothing to see here. All of them. You gotta look at all at once. Am I winning? My neck is hurting. You can't tell I'm leaning backwards. What's the timer at? I don't know. Staring into the abyss. Nothing to see here. Ah. Timer, 61 minute has passed. Okay, cool. Timer set. Wait, what? Oh, do it now? Yeah! 1 minute. I did it. Hello. Welcome into the Clarkio Shenanigan Show. I'm your Shenanigan, and Clarkio, I'm your host, and Shenanigans is what we have in store for you if you haven't noticed that already. Hi. Yeah, that's me. Good timing with the music stopping there. Pause. Hey, how you doing? Happy Friday. Welcome into the Clarkio Shenanigan Show every Friday at 12:30 p.m.-ish Eastern Time, right here on twitch.tv/Clarkio and youtube.com/Clarkio. I'm happy to have you here. Thank you for those of you catching the early bird special. BioCow, Rugmat, May, Frackberg, and anybody else that might be lurking behind the scenes. Appreciate you being here for it. You just witnessed me making a fool of myself doing my intro dance that I do every stream, pretty much every stream, with very few exceptions to that. And I hope you either enjoyed it, felt a little uncomfortable in like a good way. I don't know if that's possible, but in any case, you're still here. You're still listening to me. You're still watching. So it couldn't have been that bad, right? I don't know. Maybe you're just eager to see if there's any more cringy stuff. The answer to that is it very strong? Yes. That is the case. What do we have in store for today? Well, we have the usual. You felt embarrassed for me? I get that. I know you said JK, but like I feel embarrassed for me too. If I were you. What do we have in store for today? The huge. Those of you that have been around here for a while know. But for any newcomers, we start off just chatting, talking about our wins of the week. If you don't know what that is, !WOTW in the chat to find out more about that. We celebrate each other's wins. Then we get into Wordle, where I compete against you in Wordle, so you don't want to help me. You want me to lose. We'll get into the details of that when we get to that segment. Then we play a little Connections Together. We're a team, and maybe some words on stream if I'm eaten by then. If not, we move right into the technical portion of the stream, and we're just continuing on this AI code generation journey, testing things out with that. And last week, we built out very quickly in a one-shot prompt pretty much, right? Maybe 2 shots? I don't remember. Can I open up the chat? Does this have the chat history yet? I think it was several prompts, right? Yeah, we had to correct some things, but really, after the one shot, it had a pretty good solution in place. So I think we maybe toy with that a little bit more. I also want to try doing more one-shot prompt things with it, with AI tools, and go from there. So that's what we're going to continue to do. I have this other idea I want to bounce off of you all too. But anyway, we'll get into the weeds of that come that segment of the show, which is usually like an hour-ish from now. Okay, so if any or all of that interests you, I hope you stick around and hang out. If not, thank you for checking out the stream, poking in, and I hope to see you in a future stream that maybe interests you more, that you want to stick around and hang out for. Okay? For those of you that are sticking around, what are your wins of the week? What do you got for me? What happened this week that's positive in your neck of the woods that we can celebrate together? Because I love to hear, I genuinely, truly love to hear the wins of the week from you all, because it just brightens my day, for real, and it helps reinforce the whole idea behind wins of the week. So I greatly appreciate when you all share that. Puts me in a good mood. Rugmat shared a clip. Let's see, what do we got here, Rugmat? Pause. I like that there's no music. What'd you title this one? Just capital D colon? Well, colon capital D. Look at those teeth. My top teeth hide how jacked up my bottom teeth are. I got a fresh cut this week. That's one of my wins of the week. I'll call that out. Little beard trim, little haircut. Thank you for that clip, Rugman. I like it. It's a good one. It's a good one. I think you're pretty much the only one making clips these days, so I very much appreciate that. We're not vibe coding yet. Why did I put that up there? Go buy vibe coding. We are gonna go here though. So yeah, win of the week, got a haircut. Always love getting a haircut. It makes me just feel so much more, I don't know. I feel so good after a haircut. It's definitely a self-care type of thing. You know, like maybe if you go get a massage, that's a self-care thing or whatnot. Another win of the week. I'm keeping on my schedule since November of last year. We've been doing pretty much 2 days a week. Sometimes 3 if we miss 2 in a week, of going to the gym and getting 1 hour of exercise in where we're lifting heavy things and putting them down. I pick things up, I put them down. And running, getting a little cardio in. Rowing, running, and lifting. That's what we do twice a week. And I'm feeling good about that. I was just talking to Mrs. Clarkio this morning. She was like, oh, are you still, she's just saying how she really enjoys going. She's the one that got me into it. So shout out to Mrs. Clarkio, keeping me healthy, motivating me to be healthy. I'm impressed by her too, by the way, because she, in all the years, I think I've shared with you all, maybe, we're high school sweethearts. And in all of the years, I've known her since elementary school though. And in all of the years I've known her, she's not been much of a runner, but she has taken up running. And I'm impressed, very impressed. She's like, I enjoy it. And she's running farther than she's ever run before, type of thing, that I recall ever seen her do. So big props, big shout out to Mrs. Clarkio. She helps make this stream happen. So we're going to call that out too. And she takes good care of me and the fam. Oh, yesterday, her and I tag team dinner. Okay. And I grilled a London broil, and she made these green beans with like garlic and all tons of stuff, and then like the roasted potatoes. It was delicious, absolutely delicious. I got worried that I was gonna overcook the London broil, because I want to say it's like within the past 2 to 3 weeks, I had grilled like a skirt steak or something like that, and it was the first time I had grilled in a while, for like several months, I want to say, and I had overcooked it just a little too much. It wasn't so bad where it was like dried out and like chewy, but it was on the verge of that, and I felt bad about it. And so this time, because of that, I was extra cautious, and I think I slightly didn't cook it to perfection like I normally do, or grill it to perfection, I mean. And so anyway, but it came out great. And like she ended up putting the potatoes like in the oven, and it was still hot, so I was like, I cut into it, and I felt like we like it to be like, not bleeding. Like London broil, you're supposed to have a good amount of pinkish, like a pretty dark pink in the middle, typically, if you want it to like retain its flavor and all that, especially with the marinade that she does. So I ended up, it was a little too pink, verge of red type of thing in the middle. Outsides were seared nice with the little cross cutting grill marks, but the inside needed a little touching up, so I put it in the oven for like 1 to 2 minutes, and that helped quite a bit. It was delicious. It was so good. How did I get on that? I don't know. I don't remember. So that's another win. Grilled a delicious London broil yesterday. We got a haircut this week. What else? The kid, as always, I gotta call it out, because there have definitely been times where it's like week in and week out, the kids are sick and there's something going on, or we're sick. So very grateful that we have another week under our belt, happy and healthy. Things are going good. What else? I think I shared with you all, I've been a little off mentally. I think it's because of things that are going on, in the sense of like we have some changes coming up. I had teased about it to you all. I will have more to share. It's not like a bad thing. It's just a little bit of a risky, a calculated risk, a typical life event type of thing. Okay, you'll know more once I'm able to share with you.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today. 08.
No sound as I'm at the airport, but just checking in while I wait for my flight. Okay, Sean. Hey, have safe travels, buddy. Thanks for checking in. Oh, since you have no sound. That was for Sean there. Sean, bye. Okay, I'll get to you in a second. I see your win of the week there. Thank you for sharing your win of the week too. Oh, I guess you got captions on, Sean? Is that what it is? What's your win of the week, Sean? If you got one to share Before you asked, closed captioning. Yep. I asked before you answered. Sorry, beat you to it. What else? Wins of the week wise. The work videos. Hey, Roy Lacey, good to see you. What's your win of the week if you got one to share? The work videos are going good. We've been working with like another agency that another team within my company works with for a lot of our media and branding stuff. They have some folks that are good at like storytelling, story creation, and that type of thing, and videos. And so I've been consulting with them and having them review our videos, and got a lot of good feedback, very constructive feedback on improving the Sneak YouTube videos. And I already started incorporating that. You see that in the latest video that came out this past Monday on OpenAI's GPT 4.1 and testing that out. You're going to see some of that also in the upcoming video that's going to come out on this upcoming Monday, which is using Google's Gemini 2.5 Pro, which I like a lot. It's a good model. While we're on the topic of work, shout out to Sneak, my company that I work for, SNYK, that is Sneak, security developer company, or developer security company. Oh, I got that backwards. Am I dyslexic? Big thanks to them. They don't endorse or sponsor the stream, but they afford me the time Friday afternoons to continue working on my live streaming, being on camera skills, which is very much needed for the work that I do. So there's that. Shout out to them. You can check them out at Sneak, SNYK.io, Sneak.io. We have some big changes coming. Some big changes coming at the company. So heads up on that. All right. BioCow's win of the week. Watching Clarkio despite having lost power this morning. Tiny screen. I only run for 2 reasons. For the bus and away from danger. And I don't take the bus. Fair enough, BioCow. And also thank you for watching the stream and being able to tune in even when you're out of power or you lost power. Thank you for sharing, BioCow. Thank you. I kid you not, it made me smile. Still is. Okay, yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good, BioCow. Appreciate you coming here, tuning in, joking around. It's not like you're like, it would be a little bit different if you were somebody that's like first time chatting and you said something like that. You felt embarrassed for me. Then it would be a little bit more like on the side of like, maybe that was more of a nasty type of comment. But knowing you, being familiar with you being here in the chat, like, I got you. I appreciate trolling and joking around like that. All right. I'm trying to think. Any other wins of the week, chat? Let me know. Drop them in the chat. If you think of new ones as we go through the stream, that's cool too. Or Lacey, what about you? Or Sean? I know you're kind of watching through captions there, Sean, but if you got one. Frackberg, I've been seeing you streaming, buddy. I mean, I haven't tuned in, to be honest with you, because you stream at the crackpot of dawn. Or like while I'm trying to get the kids off to school and that type of thing. You were waiting for something? What are you waiting for? Oh, I know what you're waiting for. Never mind. Surprised it takes that long for Twitch to show you it. I'm trying to think what else. So yeah, work's going good. Making some good progress on that and improvements to the videos there that hopefully you'll notice in this last video and upcoming videos. I can actually, if you're interested, folks, I can talk through the video work that I do for YouTube and like how I approach it and that type of thing. I don't like this song. I'm happy to kind of chat through that. Releasey, win of the week, watch streak. Currently on a 55 stream streak. That's over a year. Roy Lacey. That is dedication. Dang. I appreciate that. Big time. Win of the week, keyboard arrived, and it is much better than I expected. Nice.
For joining today, Ordinary Gamer 30.
Hey, Ordinary Gamer. I'll get to you in a second there. It's much better than Roy Lacey expected. Got included in the InfoSec side of the company, which I love. And, of course, the 55. That's a lot. That's awesome. Congrats on all that, Roy Lacey, and thank you for sharing. Thank you. Thank you very much for that support. Ordinary Gamer, win of the week. Thank you for being here, Ordinary Gamer. And Roy Lacey, thank you for sharing that. Ordinary Gamer, thank you for sharing yours. 3/4 of an inch arm pumps this week from using the easy curl bar I recently picked up. Congrats on that. That's awesome. Getting your exercise on and getting some more types of work in on that, I take it. Congrats. May says, willing to talk to newbies about some of the stuff on videos. I still consider myself a newbie. Yeah, absolutely. Like, oh, so are your questions about like what you don't, honestly, May? No, because I think you've mentioned before, you're not like, you like watching stream for the technical aspects of it and like learning and absorbing these things that I'm doing, right? So as somebody that's more of a newbie in that aspect, I'm curious, like with the videos, we don't have to go through this right now, but maybe on Discord, things that don't make sense to you on there, like if I'm overlooking them. So here's the thing with the videos, I try to strike a balance. For folks that don't know, the videos I'm talking about are my work videos on the Sneak YouTube channel. YouTube Sneak is the link there for you. You can check it out, youtube.com/@sneaksec, SEC. I try to strike a balance in two ways. The one way I try to balance thing is being completely beginner friendly, but also being interesting to folks that are, have some experience in the field, whether it's development or security or both, application security, right? And then the other area I try to balance things is between it being educational but also entertaining, so that because when you're watching videos on YouTube, for the most part, people are going on there and they're browsing around and they want to watch things that are going to entertain them for a few minutes or maybe even longer, right? And so with that in mind, to help the YouTube channel get discovered more, I try to title things to play that game. I don't like being too clickbaity. There's times where I really kind of came close to the line there on like how dark mode got me hacked type of thing, or there's one other situation where people felt like I was being clickbaity. I try not to play too deep into that game, but you can't, it's the platform. You gotta, if you want to have success on the platform, you gotta play into the strategies that are needed on the platform type of things. So I try to do that, but I also try to not lean too heavily into that. Again, another area where I try to strike a balance. So three different ways of striking a balance with YouTube videos. What else was I gonna say about that? So yeah, I try to make them entertaining and interesting to people, and still draw attention of people that maybe aren't technical. Maybe they are just kind of like scratching the surface of these topics, and that way they can get some value out of it still, even without a lot of experience. So that's what I'm trying to do with these videos, and that's where like this one vendor that we work with, they're also like trying to understand this side of things, and they're recognizing that we're being more. So the other background or thing that I struggle with is a combination of this work that I do, the way this, I've been doing this live streaming since 2018, so it's over 7 years now, and I've built up this practice and skill of just stream of consciousness and keeping the conversation going so that there's not that much dead air in the stream, right? Because if somebody just tunes in for various reasons, right? I don't need to go into the weeds of that right now. The problem with that, you combine that with some of my other background and experience with creating tutorials and courses. I've done that like with Pluralsight as an example, so many of you know that. And so when I'm making videos for YouTube, like I'm doing the raw recording, a lot of times I'm just doing stream of consciousness stuff. Especially if it's like I'm reviewing a new model and I'm testing out the security of the code that it generates and that type of thing. It's as if I'm streaming. I kind of go into that mode even though I know I'm making a video. Now, the problem with that is that doesn't necessarily make it as entertaining as it possibly can. To some people, it'll still be fine and entertaining. They'll push through it. But like to the regular person that just stumbles across that video because YouTube showed it to them in their homepage or something like that, or maybe it was in the recommended videos on the side panel type of thing, I might lose them right away, because of that. So I'm trying to strike this balance in the videos, and working with this vendor is kind of helping me get that more critiquing of that thing, that aspect of things. So it's been nice. I'm very grateful that we have the opportunity to do this, because a lot of times, like the feedback I get from folks internally at the company, it's like, oh, these are great, I'm really liking them, that type of thing. And you know, I think those are just folks that are like kind of casually like watching the videos, maybe, I think, and they're not necessarily experts on YouTube as a platform to be able to give me critiques and feedback that can maybe move things forward, move things in even more positive direction than they've already been moving. So this has been a cool opportunity to get a little bit more insight from folks that have that level of expertise with the channel, so that I can improve myself and the content I'm creating for the company. So really, really excited about that and enjoying getting into that process. So those of you that do enjoy watching the YouTube videos that I put out for Sneak, you can see, hopefully you'll see even more improvement and like them even more. So, all right. After all that, Ordinary Gamer says pump is just the difference in measurement before and after workout. Okay. Oh, so you're saying you got 3/4 of an inch pump. Let me go back to that. So your arms grew 3/4 of an inch this week from using the easy curl bar you recently. That's awesome. Congrats on that. That's huge. That's huge. You jacked. Ordinary Gamer, you jacked. What else did I miss in chat? May says, yes, I do, but there is some stuff on videos I don't understand. That's fine, May. Yeah. So one of the things that, if you have, well, it's up to you, right? Because I know it can be intimidating to go this approach, but what I was going to suggest is, you can ask these questions in comments on the videos. So, but if you don't feel comfortable doing that, like you don't want to, you know, because some people can reply and be jerks. You're not really going to get that. And if that does happen, being that I have access to moderate the channel, I'll make sure to like knock that out if that does happen to you or anybody on the Sneak YouTube channel. I'll be on top of it. I'm monitoring that stuff. But if you wanted to, because I imagine there's going to be other people that stumble across the video just like you, May, that had the same questions, and I'll do my best to answer them. So, and on top of that, the more comments we have on the videos, the better they do, right? That is a signal to YouTube that people are engaging with that video. They're finding it interesting. It's striking up conversation and keeping people on the platform. So they're going to want to push that video to more people that might fit the niche that video falls within, right? So it helps out twofold, right? You're going to get an answer from me. We're going to have a conversation trying to help you understand something that you didn't understand in the video, and it helps the video perform better because YouTube is going to recognize that, you know? So, but again, no pressure on that, May. If you'd rather, you can just hit me up in Discord, and I'm down to chat with you about it that way, or answer your questions that way from the videos. Or at least the next message I see is actually, thank you for the streams. It has been one of the best parts of each Friday, especially the knowledge side of things. Oh, that's great to hear, Releasey. Thank you for that. That warms my heart. BioCow says, real one of the week. I used Copilot and Tamper Monkey. You love Tamper Monkey. To upgrade a website I use for work. Keeps a drop down of the last 50 users I've looked up. It uses the browser's local storage to store the data. Very helpful. That's awesome. That's awesome to hear, BioCow. You said you should watch my work videos? Yeah, I mean, if you want to, if they interest you. Not all of them are going to be... Well, I'll tell you right now, if you've been tuning in and liking me tinkering with AI and learning more about that with me, then you're going to like the YouTube videos, because and work is down for me to do this, where I'm heavily AI code generation focused, or just AI in general content on the YouTube channel. So for the foreseeable future right now, and at least in terms of the video topics that I have in the backlog, it's going to be geared around AI and developer stuff. So if that kind of thing interests you, then yeah, check out the channel, like and subscribe. But no pressure on that, BioCow. Ordinary Gamer says, yes sir, just temporary though. Hey, still temporary, Jack. Ordinary Gamer, question for you. since I've been on this, you know, journey, this exercising journey over the past November, December, January, February, March, April, 5 months now. I have seen some changes, positive changes in my physical appearance, but slightly, not like huge, which I'm not. Let me put it this way. My goals with the exercising is to just stay healthy, you know, keep my heart health up, build up some strength, but I don't want to be this, you know, like jacked up bodybuilder type of thing. I'm not going that route. But I've been seeing a lot about creatine as a supplement that's really good for a number of things. One, with exercising, but two, cognitive improvements. And I do feel as I've gotten older that like there's certain situations where I'm like, I'm just not as on top of my game cognitively. I'm starting to notice that, and I don't like that. I also have, although let me take this back. I was gonna say I also have a grandmother who passed away years ago from Alzheimer's / dementia. Really, I think it was just dementia, but I mean they kind of go hand in hand, those two. And I was gonna say I have that in the family, but technically she was like a step grandmother. She was not my mom's blood mother. But we're noticing it more and more that, I mean, I think in the U.S. in general, but across the globe, like there's more and more cases of people as they get older, they're having Alzheimer's or dementia or on that type of spectrum type of thing. And so I definitely am aware. I have an awareness around that. Anyway, my question being, have you looked into creatine? Do you use creatine, Ordinary Gamer? What are your thoughts on it, if you have any? If not, no worries, but I just thought I'd put that out there. It's something that's been bouncing around my mind for a little while, and I keep seeing videos and ads about it, but I'm not jumping headfirst into it just because of that, right? Roy says, to be honest, same here. I tend to avoid commenting. Yeah, it's all right, Roy Lacey. Again, I'm like, when I'm suggesting that, I'm suggesting it like in the sense of like whatever you're comfortable with doing. If you do have questions and you're willing to like talk about it in the comments on the video, then that's great, because it helps me out. I'll be able to help you out that way, and it'll help out other people that maybe have that question but are a little too hesitant to post it in response to the video. And then two, it helps out with boosting the video a bit more by showing it a positive signal to YouTube. But again, if you don't feel comfortable doing it, don't do it. There's no pressure there. Bioka says, I do love Tamper Monkey and did watch one of the vids. Need to watch more. Okay, cool. Yeah, no worries. All right, I'm all caught up on chat. Any other topics we should talk about before we get into things? I'll tell you one thing. I think I've shared this before, but I love chocolate. The problem with chocolate is you can't really see. Whenever I have chocolate, like too much of it too consistently, I say like I pretty much have chocolate like every day. I have a problem, chat. I'm like chocolate anonymous, chocoholic anonymous. They need something like that for me. But what the problem with that is, my body, I don't know if it's like an allergic reaction or something, but like if I only have like a little bit here and there, it doesn't do anything. But if I have it like consistently, or if I have a lot of it in a single day, the next day or so I will develop a pimple somewhere on my body. Like this one. It's kind of hidden, thankfully, because of the mustache, moustache. But yeah. Just a little tidbit about me. Thought I'd throw that out there. Owner Giver says, creatine, ? Not currently, but I probably will in the winter. When I used creatine a long time ago, I also was using whey protein and working out 3 times a week. I felt like I looked more bulky, but I can't be certain it was the creatine for sure. Creatine. May says creatine for memory / brain. Yeah, allegedly there have been like, what I keep hearing about creatine is like people say it's a common talking point, or selling point, I should say, even in like these ads that pop up, and it's like, creatine is the most studied supplement in all the world, and out of all the supplements, that type of thing, right? So it tries to give you like this confidence that it's like tried and true and tested and it's safe, right? But like, I think we all know oftentimes when that's being said, it's not always the full or whole truth, especially when it comes to supplements that are not like, at least in the US, they're not very regulated. Supplements don't get FDA approved or anything like that. But you can check if they get third-party tested and that type of thing, which is a good signal if you get, if they're doing that, and then those third-party testers are, are proper companies and not just being bought, Anyway, we can go down a rabbit hole on that. So, Ordinary Gamer says, I was lifting more, but where I was first starting out, it's not really conclusive, to be honest. Okay, yeah, fair enough. How do you feel about it, though? Like, are these things that I'm saying that I'm hearing from ads and just creators on other platforms? Is creatine a safe supplement? Does it have these kind of, have you heard about these benefits, and what have you, again, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not expecting to have an answer necessarily, so feel free to be like, nah, I don't know, or that type of thing. It's no pressure, but I'm just having conversation about it, My thought process is it'll help me just have a little bit more energy and results from the exercise that I'm doing. And then the other aspect of it is like, if it really is helpful with like brain health and memory, then I'm down to try that out for 30 days type of thing and see how it affects me, how my body reacts to it. Because that's the other thing with all this. These supplements that people are constantly trying to sell and all that and like make these claims about, a lot of times, like, how can you really get conclusive answers when everybody's body has different chemistry and makeup and DNA? Everybody's going to have different reactions to different supplements. So it's really hard to say that because it works like that way for one person doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work that way for another person. So that's the other thing that makes me super skeptical with these things. I also am like, I don't like, we're talking supplements here, so it's like for nutrition, but like I'm very hesitant about any medications to take, even when the doctor's like, yeah, you should do this, that type of thing. So, giving that background and context about me, why I would be hesitant, especially with supplements. Ordinary Gamer says, hard to say because we know most make a commission off creatine sales. I would say give it a try, but be very strict in keeping notes of your results and how you feel the day after. Okay. All right. I think I might give it a shot. There's this one guy that I really like on Instagram. He goes by Higher Up Wellness. He's grown a following, and he's like one of those fitness coach type guys, but he wasn't always doing that. He has a pretty interesting story and background, and I feel like he can be pretty trustworthy. Out of all the people that I've come across that talk about this stuff, and so he's one of those people that like kind of got me thinking. Like, so I've seen it like in other places and everything, and then I saw him talking about it, and it kind of got me thinking like, okay, if he has felt this way about that in particular, and other aspects and things and topics he's talked about where I'm like, okay, that rings a bell, or that resonates with me, then maybe it might be something worth taking a look into myself. And he doesn't push like, oh, buy my supplement type of thing. He's just like, here's my experience with creatine, right? Or here's my experience with his big thing. Actually, one of the reasons why I like him is he's like, you don't need to be a gym rat. You don't need to be working out like every day. He's like, do 3 times a day, do this, keep it simple. It isn't hard. He has this saying that he does. He's like, it isn't hard, or it isn't easy, but it isn't, oh man, it isn't easy, but it isn't, oh, fudge, it's gonna mess with me. I gotta look it up. It's a really cool saying. Like, it makes sense. Like, it's not easy to do, but you gotta do it type of thing is like his message. You gotta be consistent. And push yourself to like grow and get better type. It's like his closing message that he usually says at the end of all of his videos. Anyway, Higher Up Wellness is his handle on most platforms if you want to check him out. And he like, he shows he's talked about his transformation of like what he used to look like, which was like a heavier dude, and now he's pretty ripped. Again, I'm not going for that. I'm happy with the way my body looks. personally. Like I'm content with myself, and it's more about health and feeling good. And even with the 2 days a week that I've been doing, I feel good, you know, for the most part. Like I still feel like I don't have as much energy a lot of times, but I think part of that problem is my sleep.
And thanks for joining today, Code with CN.
So that's a huge factor in my current overall health, is the sleep habits I have right now. I'm still only getting about, on average, 6 to 6.5 hours, but anytime I get at least 7, I feel like $1,000,000 that day. And I struggle to get to 7 though. I used to sleep so long, and it's just like work, not this job, but past jobs, work would cause issues with my rhythm, and then kids especially threw that for a loop, which has somewhat of an impact on things now, the kids schedule, but we can talk about that, or we have talked about that. Back out, progress, not perfection. Exactly. What's up, Code with Sean? Good to see you, buddy. Win of the week from Code with Sean. Had a great user group meeting last night. Tim Corey presented on Blazor. It was well attended. That's awesome here. Love to see that. And thank you for sharing, Code with Sean. All right, I think I've yapped long enough. Let's get into Wordle. If you have more, I usually wake up around 5 hours and go number 1, then go right back to bed for around. That's fair enough. Do you have a lot of water before you go to bed? Because I noticed that tends to happen to me too. That's one of the things that wakes me up, and then I can't. My struggle is getting back to sleep. I usually just like lay there with my eyes closed, but in my head thinking about what I need to do, what's going on. Especially if there's things like current things going on that I'm stressed about. The biggest thing I need to get out of my system is the stress, man. I just stress myself out over like things that I know are really, you know, in the big picture are not that big of a deal. So, Wordle answer is watermelon. You don't play it. I just know the word is too long. Okay, fair enough. I try not to, but sometimes I have a full glass. If I don't go number 1, then I have very dry mouth when I wake. Yeah, that's the thing. You gotta like try and balance that, right? Because you're waking up dehydrated. I don't want that. All right, let's do some Wordle. Remember, all right, for folks that don't know, I play Wordle. You don't want to help me. You actually want me to lose, because we keep tally of points week in and week out for every stream. If I guess the correct word in 3 or less guesses, I get a point. If it takes me 4 to 6 guesses, but I still complete it, you all get a point. And if I fail it completely, which happened for the first time not too long ago, a few streams back, you all get 3 points. Try mommy? Sure, try mommy. No, I'm not trying mommy. I didn't realize that would work. I don't know why I thought that'd be too long. Should guess shart. Yes, I always start with shart. Oh, that's a bad one. All right, then I usually start with pound to get more of the OU vowels in there, or mound. Okay, we got some value out of it there. All right, this is gonna be hard to pull off in 3. I think you're likely, the odds are in your favor. You're gonna get a point, chat. Congrats. Almost. We'll see. You know what would be a better starting or secondary word would be ounce, because then I get the E in there. I need to start doing that now. Ounce, 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 baby. Boom, 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 bada, boom, booms. Ounce, ounce, baby. All right. Known. Biome. Boom. No? Thinking of a new word already? Yeah, really. See. Bionic. Ionic. That's a decent second word. Guess too. Is enjoying the Clarkio house tech music. Thank you, Coach. Often would be a good one too. Well, no, not if Thieves not in it, then it's not a good one. Panel, flannel, major. I was thinking like manor, but we know R and A are not in it. Oxen. Toxic. Tonic. There's no T. Mnemonic. Moni. No, O doesn't go there. I can't do that. That would be a bad guess. Bad guess. We could say like blown over, right? Like blown. I don't like that because I want to get more vowels in there. That could be it. Could be clown. I don't want to guess those yet. Oh, clone. That's a good guess. I like that. Send it. Oh, that's not a good guess because N is in the same position. Oh, that was so stupid. I do this all the time, even when I'm playing off stream. Ugh, what a waste. I did get some value out of that, though. We got the O in the right position. We know there isn't an L. We know there isn't an E. Oh, gnome, you didn't. It's not gnome. There's no E. Nice try, though. I did get the O. That was decent value, but like on the third guess, I need to get it so I can get a point. All right. It's got to be like something IO, right? IO, no. Because where's the N going to be? Oak? Enoki? Such a good guess. Eyebrow? Un momento, chat. Is there another way out? I forgot to turn the cameras off too, so they don't overheat. We got so deep in discussion. I forgot. Torso shot.
I just need some time now to get things clear now. To get rid of my doubts. To get rid of my fears. I just need some time now to get things done now. The things I love. Things I want. I do what's best for me. What's best for
All right, I gotta take a break at 2:30, Mrs. Clark. You almost.
But if you fall,
Uh,
you, I do what's best for me and best.
got a couple things to check on with her.
Hurts 'cause I'm hurt too. I need another you.
I'm just reading her messages really quick, chat. Sorry.
Another you. Oh, another you.
Okay.
Oh, I just need some time now. Need to figure out now.
Made me wonder, does your bot check the date of the Wordle for the wins, or does it use the number? It uses the number.
I just need some time now. Need to think about now.
Like, when does it determine the final winner?
If it's worth to it.
It determines the winner based on there being no more entries. So if somebody were able to go back to an original Wordle number from a past date and they were able to share that, I mean, well, technically you could just, right? You could just make it up. We don't have any guard, like there's no way for us to guardrail against people cheating, which hopefully nobody's doing that. But come on. What's the point in playing it if you're going to cheat, you know? I'm not saying you are, Royce. I'm just saying. But the idea is like people are playing Scout's Honor in good faith. There are some people that somehow get some crazy results that are a little sus. I'll tell you that. Yeah, I mean, don't tell them you can. Yeah. Well, I mean, you can. I mean, it's kind of easy to figure out for folks that don't know what we're talking about. Let me bring up the Discord here really quick. We have a Wordle channel where people can share their results right here. Okay, and then the bot will capture like Rugmat today got it in 3 out of 6. Technically, you can just write your own results up, right? Because the bot is just gonna. There's no way for me to truly verify that someone got those results that they shared in there. The idea is you come in here, you finish your Wordle, and you click the the Wordle has the share button option, and then you bring it back into here and paste it in, right? That's the idea. And so far, I don't think we have anybody doing anything too egregious there. Yeah, for a dev, half the people won't even know. Yeah. Well, I mean, most of the people that are tuning in and that are participating in this, which is just a handful of us, are, are aware of that. It's for the fun of it. Like, if people start cheating, it ruins the fun of it. Which I know has discouraged some people, too, because of the fishiness. But it is what it is. All right. Bionic. I feel like if it's gonna be O in the middle, there has to be some other consonant or vowel, right? Obviously, there's the only other options, consonant or vowel right there. But like what letters we have left, I can't do like, it would be like a WH or something like CL like that before it. So if it's not that, then I suspect there's a vowel. Like an I, or maybe it's 2 O's, right? No, it would have been green on the first one. So it's got to be a new vowel. So it's bio. Or it could be like XNO. And then XX. Can't be gnome. They spell gnocchi. Gnocchi. Bio cow. Bio. But then the N doesn't go there, So it's like, what the heck could be there? Biogny? Alogany? Going? That would have been a good guess, I think. Boing? Boon. Boo. See, that's the thing. What can go before the N there? Boom? Maybe it's loom? Is that how you spell? No, it's not loom.
An ad is about to start in 2 minutes on Twitch.
All right, let's figure out with IO. Sorry for the background noise. Myopic? Mitosis? Meiosis? Myoclinic. Why? No, it's got to be something N. So maybe I-N. Inon. I mean, at this point, you all are getting a point, so I can just waste a guess here. I'm gonna go with like an OON. No. Am I? Someone on YouTube used spaces somehow instead of the X. I am confused how. Yeah, how would you be able to do spaces as a placeholder? Bayun. Bologna. Yolk. It helped quite a lot seeing it like that for some reason. With the spaces, yeah. That'd be nice. I wonder if we could figure out how to do spaces in there instead of X. I'm hitting spacebar. It doesn't let me do that. I can't think of another word though that like actually works with these letters that are available to us here. Viola. Vion. It's gotta be something like that. I'm gonna try B. Even though I know W doesn't work there, let's see if we can get the N in the right spot. Okay, that's value right there. So there's no B. We got the N in the right spot and the W. What the heck is this word? It's just not clicking for me. Grown? There's no R. We're getting a point. Yeah, yes, you are, Sean. I don't want to waste this now. Now we're getting into tight territory for me. No R. Yeah, no R. Funny you're in the same position as... Am I? Ibound? What could this start with? Fion? Ibound? Icon? Icon? There's no C. Ixone? Zion? Oh, is it known? Known. That's what it is. 2 N's. Yes. Okay. Woo! The thing with the hole in it. Ozone. Nice try. Nice try, BioCow. All right. So this is what I'm talking about. You just click share, and then you can come over to the Discord. Plop that bad boy in. I put the pipes in there because people know what my starting word is every time. We don't want to give any hints there. All right. And then we got to go update the latest and greatest marks here. Let's edit this message. We're gonna say you now have 12. Congrats, chat. Overall, you have 37, taking a formidable lead, and we have now updated at April 25th. Congrats, chat. You are adding to your lead. I'm so happy for you. All right, let's play connections together. There you go. The double N is a killer. Yeah, anytime there's a double letter, that tends to trip me up. I wonder if the bot allows the same user to submit for the same number. You could try it. It should catch it. It'll note it. Well, I don't think it'll alert you, but it'll know, like, hey, you've already submitted this.
An ad is about to start in
1,
2 minutes
2,
on Twitch.
3, 4, 5. Okay, wild idea. Make your bot Wordle bot recognize it's Friday and have it update that post on. Ooh, I like that. I like that, Sean. Put it in the backlog. All right, what do we see? Bubblegum. Gum flavors: wintergreen, cinnamon, bubblegum, menthol. Or at least he says, unless Discord added some update, that is not possible. I can't update.
An ad is about to start in 1 minute on Twitch.
Yeah, fair enough, Sean. All right, I'm gonna send this. Oh, that worked. gum flavors. Menthol is a gum flavor? I thought it was just cigarettes. Oh. Test tube, fallopian tube, vacuum tube, inner tube. Ooh, it's an easy one this week, chat. Great American Songbook songs. I know, I'm sorry. Sorry, Royal Z. All right, listen though. The reason I'm kind of hustling with that is at around 2:30, I gotta go with Mrs. Clarkio to handle some, what she was to go help out with things that she was just texting me about. So I'm gonna take a break. So I'm trying to keep things moving along so we can make some good progress when I go take that break. Yeah, it was a speed run. Sorry. No, not tooth hurty. How do you know what time it is to go to the dentist? Tooth hurty. There you go. All right, dropping this in the connections channel. And putting chat didn't help. Have you heard that joke before, chat? I'm sure some of you have, right? Moo. All right, let's play some words on stream. Get that rolling. Let's get the helper up, actually. Get that going. We'll update the category here.
Thank you for the 60 long months of subscribing, Jitsum.
Who was that? JT coming in hot with the 60 months resub with Prime. Staying true. Thank you for that. Appreciate you. How's it going, JT? What's your win of the week?
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Jitsum.
Here's a mirror link. Holy crow, that's a long time. Yeah, that's 5 years, dude. Mamma mia. All right, we ready, chat? Win of the week, back to work after a nice Caribbean vacation. Is that a win? Yep. Caribbean vacation's a win.
To start in 2 minutes on
Thank you for sharing, JT. Thank you for sharing, JT. That's awesome to hear. Congrats on that. Helper tool was acting funny this morning. Posted one pic. All right, thanks, man. I do appreciate you posting that feedback. I just haven't been actively working on it lately, so we'll see when I go about getting to it. There is a technical portion for today, Royally C. We're gonna be hacking on some AI stuff, just trying things out. Maybe pick up. I don't know. I'm kind of up in the air about it. There's a couple ideas I have running. I think we pick up at the very least, we'll pick up where we left off with the connections bot. But outside of that, we can discuss. Hey, it's a bookshelf. All right, since you got asked to be so. Yeah. You did not miss the codes. Yeah, there you go, JT. We are not quite up to that yet. We're actually going to play words on stream.
Start in 1 minute on Twitch.
Here. Let's refresh the helper tool. should see that we're on level 1.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Lud Frockelksayag.
Spam, yep. We got it. Alright. I want to put it on autopilot too. Alright, we're just double checking that.
The ad is starting now and will go for 90 seconds.
Nice job, chat. All right, Coach Sean, have a good one. The bot reacted with a check after I sent the same game. This is a hard one, huh? Oh. Mika, Chow, Coma, Cannon, Manioc, Icon. All right, good try, good try. May, Kovic, Sean, Rugmat, BioCal, Royalisi, Sean A. And Stream Elements. Let's restart. I'm gonna let her know I can. Let her know I can pop out now. Actually, to get this done earlier. I can't hear since I'm in a meeting, but I'll try. Okay, no worries, Coach Sean. No problem. The Wordle bot was the one that checked the duplicate. Oh, what did it say? Let me see. Yeah, I think it checks it in the sense it's checking, saying the check is there to indicate it processed it. But I could go and check the logs and I can show you that it'll be like, oh, duplicate entry found.
Thanks for joining today, Jed81VB.
Because what'd you get? 1406. How'd you do that yesterday and today with 5 attempts? What did we do today? Yeah. Oh, because you're ahead. You're in a time zone that's ahead, right? Or at least see. What's up, Jed? Welcome back. I can check the leaderboard if you want. Yeah, that's fine. I know I can open up the logs and show you that. I know I have guard logic in there that prevents you from adding a duplicate. Oh, I got you, yeah. Oh, you're 6 hours ahead of me. What did we miss? Aper and Caper. Hey, you got a word I was trying. Oh. Ah, Coach Sean, you just beat me to it. Nice, man. All right, chat. I'm gonna put it on BRB with the helper. Okay. I'll be back shortly. Okay. I gotta help out with the family.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Kirk _.
I'm not looking for someone to dry all my tears. No, I'm not looking for someone to scare away the fears. No, I know it's not gonna happen. Don't believe in happy forever after. No one should have to feel this torn. We're unable to speak with voices that soar. We could do better than this. We could do better than this. When you stand in the middle of the crowd, I wanna know it's me that you're missing. We could do better than this. We are much bigger than this. When you stand in the middle of the crowd, I wanna know it's me that you're missing. Me that you're missing. Me that you're missing. We could do better than this. It's not that you're not strong, or that you know what I need. In the past I played along, so devoted I lost parts of me. This time it's not gonna happen. Don't need happy forever after. I let go of past if you do too. To leave now would be running from the truth. We could do better than this. We could do better than this. When you stand in the middle of the crowd, I wanna know it's me that you're missing. We could do better than this. We are much bigger than this. When you stand in the middle of the crowd, I wanna know it's me that you're missing. Me that you're missing. Me that you're missing. We could do better than this. Better. We could do better. Better.
An ad is about to start in 2 minutes on Twitch. An ad is about to start in 1 minute on Twitch. The ad is starting now and will go for 90 seconds. Welcome in and thanks for joining today's Scarlet subjects. An ad is about to start in 2 minutes on Twitch. An ad is about to start in 1 minute on Twitch. The ad is starting now and will go for 90 seconds.
Woo, 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 woo. I'm back, Home Slices. Wow, look at you all still here. Thank you. Thank you for still being here. I'm going to eat my lunch now, too, while we're at it. Appreciate your patience. Good to see you all back. What level are you on? Level 12. Nice. Nice, nice. Who's all here? Ordinary Gamer, May, Roy Lisi, Bile Cow. Thank you. Thank you, Rugmat Bot. Possibly Rugmat. Thank you all for hanging tight while I had to go handle some business. Had to make phone calls and stuff. Expect it tomorrow. He'll know what that means. Sean. We made it up to level 27. Nice, May. Why did Sean say that? Let me go back in history here, I guess, huh? What is Sean talking about? Expect what tomorrow? Oh, expect it tomorrow. Okay, yeah. He's shipping me something to my P.O. box. I will have to go check that out. Oh, I gotta make another phone call now that I think about it. I gotta call the post office. I'll be right back, chat.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Francois Goat_dev.
All right. Post office does not seem to know. So I got a package. Basically, I have a fun package coming from work. It's a sneak dog plushie, stuffed animal. But somehow it was delivered by UPS to USPS.
Thanks for joining today, Nightbot.
To the post office, and they have no idea. They have no information on it, basically. So we'll see what happens. It's not a big deal, but I'm trying to narrow it down and figure out what happened here. You know, sneak shirt. I know, May. I know. I don't know for sure, but it sounds like with some of the things that are upcoming from the company, we might have like a swag store or something like that coming up, potentially, that I might be able to hook you up. Okay, we'll see. I still have it in mind. I definitely want to get that type of stuff out available, and I keep pushing for it internally, that we get like a merch thing set up to really get our branding out there, because it's cool branding. I love it. So this stream might be a little chalked because of just personal stuff I got going on, chat. Thank you, Royleasy. So the funny thing is, the person that it said, at least on the UPS tracking side of things, it said their name, and I was just talking with them on the phone. Did you see the new Reese's peanut butter and jelly cups? No, I did not, May. Releasey says, I got something. What is that? I got something you could do after the meal. Okay. I'm down. I'm down to hear you out. What you got to say about that?
Royaleasy wants you to shake your money maker.
Oh, come on. Not that. If we dance a second time, we're really chalked this stream. You saw an ad on TV, yeah. That sounds pretty good. Chocolate, peanut butter, jelly. You didn't? We got some. It's not good when we get them. You have a jar of peanut butter you eat daily? You know what I like as a snack? Peanut butter, apples, sliced apples and peanut butter. It's a good go-to. Green apple, too. Oh, somebody got a chance already. I don't know. I can't think of any. Niche, mince, cash, chinch, cinema. Dang. GG. Good game. Let's run it back. I'm eating lunch still. We gotta put lunch break up. Lunch break. I'm having leftover London broil. Those roasted potatoes and some quinoa this time. Instead of green beans. Because I ate all the green beans yesterday.
Oh, it's a miracle life. It's a miracle day. It's a miracle day.
That's what I think. May like minced garlic. Or at least I don't know where your bot's getting its information from. You pull it from like 10 sources? Yeah, that's gotta be an Urban Dictionary.
You say it's all my fault. I walked away from it all. All those memories haunting our fall. A single life has come at the right time. I gave you a chance to treat me right. I'm a blank canvas you can paint. Draw yourself a future with me. It's a mystery what awaits. Oh, it's a miracle life. It's a miracle. miracle day. It's a miracle life, it's a miracle day.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to end stream in about 40 minutes or so, or maybe a little less. Don't think we're gonna get to the technical portion today, unfortunately. But honestly, I'm kind of feeling the motivation to work on the words on Streambot, because I'm thinking like we have that idea of keeping track of people's. Why is bride blocked? So no technical. Yeah, I think so, Roy Lacey. I do want to work on. I do feel like it'd be cool to have like individual stats for the words on Stream Helper. But for that, I would need to create a database and a server. Might be a little more than what I want to do with this tool, you know? What the heck comes before bees? Beds. How did I not know that? Oh, I got that one last second. We missed bides. Oh, we almost cleared the board. Clear! Clear! Need to record that soundbite. Yep. What the heck is the big word? Oh, sorcerer. Nice job, ordinary gamer. I just saw it when I saw you try to spell it the first time. Roblox. Bolero. Yeah, it looks Spanish.
An ad is about to start in 2 minutes on Twitch.
An ad is about to start in 2 minutes on Twitch. Hey, Rugmatbot. Rugmatbot. I'm gonna go get a quick chocolate snack. Don't judge me, chat.
An ad is about to start in 1 minute on Twitch. The ad is starting now and will go for 90 seconds.
Why wasn't commence in there? How do you spell commence? What was the big word? Where's the big word? Where's the big word? What the F, game? I mean, highlighter tool? Stream highlight? What? Words on stream highlight? Why do we call it that? We need to come up with a better name. Clarkio's words on stream highlighter. Where is it? Where is it? I demand to know what the big word was. Rhoda. Aorta. Tarot. F is fake. Ortho? No. Hate. Hath. Moth. Broth. Clarkio's words on stream aid. CWA. That could work. That's getting more concise. I like that. Toast. Boat. Coat. Moat. Chart. Mart. Brat. An extra T. What? Throat. Good job, ordinary gamer. F is fake. Why does this always happen? I don't know. Tort, troth, trot, that. Tarot. Tarot. Oath. Level 13. It's usually like level 13, level 16, level 18 that can sometimes be like super tricky on us. All right. I just don't know. How am I going to debug why the big word was not?
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Pranav Goal _29.
What's up, Pranav? Good to see you. Let's switch. I gotta switch projects. We need to open up this. Still no logs for the games? What do you mean? I have the logs. Oh, no, there's only logs on the client side. I don't have any server to log this stuff. Or at least see. What we can do is we're gonna let's get poll here. Let's move this over here so you can see everything. Okay. npm run dev. You had yours enabled. New version of Astro available. Helpful. Yeah, this is real helpful, right, May? Is it running? Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Refresh. All right. So, in a round, next round, we're going to do this, chat. We got to work together to test this out because I got to debug. Okay. In the next round, we need to guess every word except the big word. We need to be disciplined, okay? Do you remember the words around on that round? No, I'd have to go back to the VOD. The best way to do that is on YouTube.
In this video, I'm going to show you.
Oh, hey, Burke. So we gotta go here. If we go shortly after this. It was even sooner. It was the throat one? No, it was the one right before throat. All right, here we go. Oh, right here. Look, here's your letters. CMNCEOOI. Those are the old letters from that round where we didn't get the big word for some reason. You need the words. Right there. Those are all the words. Or I guess you want to see them in the board. See them in the board, Releasey? Found it? Okay. There you go. All right, next round, right? We're going to test this out. Everybody work together. We're not guessing the big word. Do not guess the big word, okay? Guess everything else except the big word. I want to see what the bug is. We got to try and reproduce the bug here. No big word. No big word. Dent. Mend. No big word. No big word. Do not guess the big word. Dune. Munge. Mudge. Unge. Judge. There we go. Okay. No big word. No big word. Only little words. Everything except the big word. So June probably works, right? Why would judge work but not June? Madge. Nudge. That worked, okay. Okay, I know what the big word is. Do not guess this. I know what the big word is. All right, let's see if it's going to get the big word. We passed the level. It does not get the big word. Missing words. Why does it not? Why didn't it get judgment? That should be the other big word. Look at this. It only says possible word 17. It's not getting weird. Okay, let's ask the bot. Let's ask AI. Ooh, AI, fix it. Judgment was the big word. Yes, judgment was the big word. We're going to stop this from running. Calculate hidden letters. Update correct word. Well, what were those letters again? I think I should have them in the logs, actually. Right here. Copy that object. All right. All right, let's see. We're going to use Gemini 2.5 Pro. We're going to use it in edit mode, okay? Because we don't want it to just go building things for us. And we're going to say, I found a logic error with the functionality that tries to determine words that were missed. It seems to not guess anything bigger than maybe not to guess any words longer than 5 or 6 characters It seems to not determine any missing words. For example, given the following letters for a words on stream round, it did not calculate that judgment was a possible word and was
Welcome in and
missed.
thanks for joining today, Sherwinner.
What's up, Sherwinner? Welcome in. Can you analyze the logic around this and determine what's wrong? Cool. Let's see. I don't even need to debug my own code. I'm just going to use AI and vibe code it. Yeah.
Thanks for the raid, RO_.
Heyo!
Welcome you 12 lovely people. Oh snap.
Uh-oh.
RO_ just traded us with 12.
My Zoom is locked.
Oh snap.
Oh, snap.
RO_ just traded
Uh-oh,
us with
underscore.
12 viewers.
Uh-oh,
Welcome and thanks for
underscore.
joining today, RO_.
Uh-oh, underscore. Lovely face to join into it. Yeah. Hey, how's it going? I'm just hiding down here, just peeking over the top of the border. The little Clarkio banner border. Yeah, look at me. Hey, thank you for the raid, AO. We're working on the words on stream bot again, or tool again. We have an abbreviated. I had some things going on today, and hiding that zit, yeah, on my mustaki. And we found a bug in the too ashamed for vibe debugging. LOL. Yeah, I'm too ashamed. I don't want to show my full face. Did you figure out the fake letter thingy? We figured out the hidden letter thingy. Fake letter thingy is still up in the air. It's hard to determine, like, without guess. So basically, you're talking about when we as humans can figure out that the fake letter is a certain letter, but the big word hasn't been guessed or revealed, right? Yeah, we haven't done anything around that just yet. I took kind of a break from working on this last stream, but this one, since we ran it, I wasn't planning on doing any technical stuff in this stream. I gotta fix the Zoom still. I wasn't planning on doing anything technical in this stream because of things that came up with work and family stuff. But where did the filters go that's causing it to do that? There it is. Filters on Zoom. Hey, there we go. Let's see if it works again. Oh, I might have broke it again. Because I hit it. If I hit the Zoom button 2 times fast, it just stays there. Oh, not settings, studio. Da 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 da. Do I seem smaller now? Was I? What the? Okay. Am I tinier than I was before? Something seems different. I mean, the one-shot AI last stream was fun. Yeah. Oh, you were. Yeah, that's right. You were. I am smaller now, right? What happened? That is interesting. Let's make me bigger. The cold makes us smaller. What about when I'm on my talk screen? Is this smaller? Wow. Yeah, I don't feel that screen as much. I wonder what I did. Anyway, hey, I'm back. We're here. All right. All right, let's see what it says. Oh, we're not on lunch break anymore. Why did I have that up still? Thanks again for the raid, AO, and welcome in everybody from AO Stream. If you are new here, I am Clarkio. I work on various different web dev stuff and security stuff, and lately AI, code generation stuffs. Lots of stuffs. I'm very generalized, okay? And, but in particular for today, something that we've worked on the stream, which many of you that probably have rated before are familiar with, is this Words on Stream helper. When we play the Words on Stream game that's above me here, you use those letters, type in your answers to, or you use those letters to create words, send those in the chat, and then your name shows up as credit for guessing that. And I created a little helper tool that you see next to me right here. And then on the far left side over there is me developing it and working on it. So that's what we're doing. If that interests you, I hope you stick around and hang out for a little bit longer until I end stream in about 15-ish minutes. Otherwise, thanks for joining on the raid, and I hope you have a good rest of your Friday and weekend. AKA looking for a new name. Yeah, we are looking for a new name on this. If anybody has more, I know Royalisi had a pretty decent name that I was liking. It was a little more, although I'm blanking now on what it was, Royalisi. So maybe we need to drop that in the channel in Discord so that we remember this. Okay. So it says, okay, I can analyze that. Let's see what it says here. Can I make this any bigger? Make it bigger so you can read this. No, maybe not. Basically, looking at the log missing words function, it calculates known letters and min length and then passes them to find all missing words imported from there. Right. The logic within for preparing the inputs, known letters, seems reasonable. The min length defaults to 4 if slot information isn't available, which acts as a lower bound. Yep. The issue described where longer words like judgment are not found despite the letters being available strongly suggests the limitation lies within the find all missing words function itself, which resides in the separate file. This external function might have an implicit maximum word length it searches for. Is in a different file. I cannot analyze it. Okay, so let's add that. I didn't add that file. Sorry. Add context. Okay, I've added that file now so you can analyze it further to see what may be wrong with the logic there. Name for, yeah, Words on Stream. The Words on Stream helper tool thingy that I built. WAS widget? Wadget? Ah, Wadget. You would need to check the WAS dictionary file to confirm if words like judgment are included. If not, oh, that's a good, that's a good, where is that? Let's see, control find judgment. That's why. Why wouldn't judgment be in here? Judgment. We got to add to this dictionary, I guess. That's part of the problem. That was it. It's because it wasn't in the dictionary. That was the reason, chat, right there. I had to add it. I searched for it. It wasn't there. Yeah, people were saying, and who was it? There was somebody like last stream or the stream before that was saying, the words on stream hasn't been updated in a long time. The words. I don't know. Last time, where did we get this from again? I forget. I think we linked to it somewhere, right? Let's go here. Words on stream word dictionary. We seem to have gone to this Reddit before. Here's a weird one. Can you dynamically add to the dictionary if someone guesses and it's a correct answer, but it's not there? That would be a nice feature to have. Right now, that's definitely not in there. Why isn't it opening up Reddit? Is Reddit down, chat? Oh, it took me opening it. That's a Google Doc. There was a GitHub repo we used, didn't we? WAS dictionary. Let's see. Find judgment. Yeah, so this dictionary, but this was from 2 years ago. This is the dictionary we used. Solver. Let's look at like solvers and we'll search GitHub maybe. Oh, judgment wasn't a word 2 years ago. Yeah, that's basically what we're getting at here, right? List of English words to solve. Maybe we get these English words here. Holy cow, it's a big file. We might have to do that. We might have to download this. As soon as this file is downloaded in the directory, the script is run. Yeah, but judge is in the dictionary, yeah. So I guess basically I gotta get a better dictionary. And that'll fix it. Yeah, there was judge in there, BioCow. Judge is in my current dictionary, but judgment is not. That list you showed did not have... The list I showed didn't have judge? Where were we? Oh, this one. Was it that one? Control find judge. Oh, so was this not where I got the dictionary from? Where was it? I got it from something else then. It was definitely on GitHub. No. Words on stream. Just search for that. Oh, on my code? This is bot. Judge. This one has it. Maybe I use this dictionary. When was this last updated? 3 years ago for this one, and it has judge in it. In my code? You're right, it doesn't have judge. What? On the list where you added judgment, look at... Yeah, I'm with you. This one doesn't have judge. You're correct. You are correct. I need a better dictionary, is what we're looking at here. How many lines are in this one? $8,821 words. Yeah, they got to be able to support more than that. Can I see this one again? How many are in this one? Let's go end. This one has 58,110 words. I think this might be a better dictionary. That's what I want to be, correct? Oh, you are. Ordering Gamer, there's a multiple Scrabble dictionaries, but I'm not sure which one Words on Stream uses, by the way. Use all the words. Right, we might as well use all the words. The reason I tried to go with a one that was tailored for Words on Stream is because not every word is used in Words on Stream. So, like, when we see a board like this, like... I don't know, maybe made wasn't in the Words on Stream dictionary, even though it's in a general dictionary, right? So. Egad. Ready, chat? Oh! Just magically changed. And now I'm going to turn it back. Little card tricks. You used to practice those? Yes, I do. I have a deck of cards here. I'll play solitaire. I just practice shuffling a lot. I like doing some magic tricks for the kiddos every now and then. Although I've taught them all of them, so they're like, I know what you're doing, Dad. I only know like a handful that I can do. I do the one ahead one. I like that one a lot. Or the double lift where you're like, I'm not good at double lifting, like smoothly. I gotta practice that more. But basically, it's like, okay, take a card off the deck, right? This is your card. It's the 6 of hearts. Put it down on the deck. Take that off. Put it in the middle of the deck. In the middle there, see? Tap it. And it jumped to the top. Woo! Ever watched Scam School, Scam Nation on YouTube? I have not. What's that? The 3 of clubs. I have not. You got a collection of 22 decks of cards? Nice, AO. Now, I just have the standard, like, bicycle in the blue and red. I need a new... This one's getting... I mean, these work fine. But, like, the feel of them. I also try to practice cutting it perfectly in half when I split the deck. I try to get a feel for that. There's a guy on Instagram, Card Magic, Jason Ladanye. He is unbelievably good at card magic. He must count cards in his head or something. It's the only way I can think of how he does it. Okay? And he's able to just produce cards and he shuffles them like so normally that you're like, they're so mixed up. How can he possibly know where the aces are, let's say? And he pulls them all out and he's like, oh, the next ace is going to be 23 cards down or something like that. Check out Scam Nation and Brian Bushwood. He's a professional magician and shows how to do tricks to win bar bets. Oh, over 1 million subs. Also a friend of mine. Oh, really? That's cool. He's been on Penn and Teller. Fool Us. That's awesome. Congrats to that guy. And I'm cool you know them. Let me look him up on here. YouTube.com. Scam Nation. This one? Award-winning magician Brian Bushwood. Save it.
An ad is about to start in 1 minute on Twitch.
Alright, subscribed. Those are quite fun for sure, but also scam. Do I need to look? Is Brian Bushwood like a separate? Oh, not that one. Bushwo. Bushwo. It just shows up like, oh, right here. This guy? Schwood? Schwood? I was just visiting him in Texas a few weeks back. All right, on that note, I'm going to go sleep. I'm dead. Have fun. Hey. For sure, AO. For sure. Get some rest. Thank you again for the raid. Have a good rest of your Friday and weekend. All right, I'll subscribe to here as well. I love it. I mean, I know some people find it to be like, I don't know, corny, cringy. But that kind of, I just get a kick out of those things. I really do. And my kids love it too. I've always loved it since I was a little kid. And it's fun to like watch other magicians at like little, I don't know, that do like kids' birthdays and stuff like that. And like, I know what they're doing, but you appreciate the performance, you know? Also, I sent a little message on Discord for the WASP messages. Okay. Thank you, Releasy. Let me see. Grabs a length for a level. What is this? Is this your website? Then you replace 0 with each number until length. Each message that WASP brings, but stringified. I'll redact names later and auto add rounds there if you wish to emulate a specific round quickly. What's this in regards to though? Or at least, well, for one, I'm not going to click on those links right now, or possibly in the future, because you know how I am with that type of stuff. No offense to you, nothing personal. But when it's a domain that's not like a general domain, I'm not going to start clicking around, you know? Essentially, you can get each message the words on stream sends. It's a Cloudflare worker. All right, we'll see. We'll see. Or at least see. Last one, sorry, but Brian has... No, don't be sorry about it. I like talking about this stuff. I'm really into it. Brian has another channel, The Modern Rogue, that is more Mythbusters meets How to Be a Proper Gentleman. Plug your friend. Yes, it's all good. It's all good, BioCow. That's awesome. Are you going to... Oh, well, here's the thing, though. Are you going to plug me to your friend? Because I'm sure they're going to have such a strong interest in this stream. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. No, that's super cool. That's awesome. Thank you for pointing me in their direction, BioCow. I gotta start wrapping up though, chat. Oh, well, let's cancel this one before end the match. I appreciate you all. This was a lot of fun. Did I miss anything else in chat? Ever watched? Got a collection of 22 decks. Used to practice those. I think that's it. All right, so what I'm going to do off stream, you already have, but a different friend. Oh, okay, fair enough, BioCow. Appreciate that. What I'm going to do off stream is I'll update that dictionary to use the, well, I have to massage that dictionary to be in JSON format. Man, I don't know, something's, I got a tickle. Got a tickle in my throat. I will update that dictionary and push those changes out. Especially shout out to May for this, because I know you tend to use the helper tool a lot when you're playing words on stream on other streams. So thank you for continuing to use it and give me feedback and report issues with it. Shout out to May in the chat for that. So I'll work on that off stream. What else? If you want to keep in touch, the best way to do that and to hear of any schedule changes where maybe I miss or I start late to the stream on a Friday, best place to do that is in the Discord, !Discord. Yes. Thank you, Pranav. Thank you, Pranav, for doing that. Thanks for the stream. You can go to clarkio.com/Discord to get the invite to join up there and stay in touch that way. You can play Wordle with us in there, share your results, play connections in there with us. We have a lot of fun. It's a pretty quiet server. It's not going to be noisy. I turn notifications down to you get to opt into what notifications you want, basically, but they're all off pretty much by default. Okay? So, because I know nobody wants to add more Discord servers to their ever-growing list. But in case you want to stay connected with the community here, keep in touch with me. That's the best place to do it, because while I am on socials, I'm not on there as actively as I used to, because I just don't have a strong interest in consuming all the negative content that's going on out there. So I try to avoid it, basically. Doesn't serve me, and then I'm not going to go on it, you know? Joke's on us. Without Nitro, 100 servers is a cap, not ever growing. Oh, really? Is that what it is? I didn't realize that. All right. So yes, keep in touch on the Discord. I will be back next Friday, which is gonna be May. We're getting into May 2nd. Holy moly. I might have some news that I can share with you then. We'll see. That I've been teasing about. Eventually you will see. I will show you. You will actually get to see what I'm talking about. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here, type of thing. All right. I'll be back next week, next Friday, May 2nd, 12:30 p.m. Eastern time, right here on twitch.tv/ClarkIO and youtube.com/ClarkIO. ClarkIO. I appreciate you all. Thank you for the follows, the raids, the subs, the channel point redemptions, the watch streaks. You all are amazing. Appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out and chatting, playing words on stream with me, and for your patience with me while I was handling some of the other personal family stuff that I had to make phone calls and whatnot on, okay? Appreciate you all. Hope you have a good rest of your Friday and weekend. I'll see you next week. Have a good week. Think about your wins over the next week until next Friday, okay? Don't forget about those. Look for the positive in your life, all right? Appreciate you all. Have a good one. Peace out. That's not the button I was looking for. It's this one.
Thank you for the 65 long months of subscribing, Idubesman. Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Idubesman.